Bill, and this is Scale Model Craft. Today, we're talking pink foam. And there's a couple of different types I use. Now, these have been glued together, but this is the 2-inch thick pink foam. This is 1 inch. Now, this can also be bought at the home center stores in the US. So that's about the 4 setting. That's for 1 inch. And we're going to take this thing through here and I'll show you what it does. I just turn this on. That is now hot. It hums a little bit, which is nice, so you know it's on. And I'm just going really easy, really steady through there. When I get as far as I want to do, I'm just going to go like this, just to show you how this thing works. And it makes a very, very nice cut. That is the edge. And so the edge quality is quite nice. This works because you let it dry first. As it dries to clear. So once both sides that you want to join are clear, then you can put them together, and man, I'm telling you, they don't come apart. Took my rotary tool to my Fordham, and it's got this really nice bit on it. And the thing about the Fordham is it goes a lot slower, so I can really dial down, you know, the speed. And that's important so that this foam, as I'm carving it, it doesn't melt. Now, after I'm done, it's pretty fuzzy, you know, the surface that I've carved. And so what I do is I take my heat gun and I put it on high and I blow over that. And that kind of, you know, melts it down a little bit, kind of seals the texture. I really like to try to keep this thing sharp. So when I'm going through this foam, it doesn't bind. You know, if it's not quite sharp enough, it'll drag and then it'll catch the edge of the foam and then it'll pull portions of it and it'll just mess up your cut. So keep it super sharp and that'll help a lot. When trying to do this deep cut, I was trying to oscillate the blade a little bit. It was going down in, and it seemed to help because it really didn't tear inside. This part actually takes a little bit because I'm trying to make decisions and scale. I'm trying to figure out how it's going to fit with the rest of the diorama and how it's going to fit little figures and stuff. So I do take my time. I take a lot of pictures, and when I'm happy with it, then I move on to the next step, which is kind of like my primer, and that is adding that sanded grout. This is a 2-step process using Mod Podge and sanded grout. It's widely used and it's my favorite. When I paint on the Mod Podge, I want to make sure that I don't get it inside those lines that I've drawn for myself, because those pink areas are where the sides of the trench are going to mount to this top. Keeping that in mind, I sprinkle on the sanded grout over the Mod Podge, and as it soaks in, it gets a little bit darker, and that's what I want. You know, that's a really good sign. Then I just tap away the excess and I'm ready for the next step. By spraying isopropyl alcohol, that breaks the surface tension and then allows more of that Mod Podge to come up through the sanded grout and create a more tough surface, I guess. Yeah, I really like it because this then I can work with and then add things to later on. I think you can see here what I meant by this is my primer for dioramas, because these surfaces now give me more to work with. I can kind of see where I want to add more layering, add more color, add more detailing, and that's the whole purpose of it.